Alright guys, welcome back to Project GoodSpeed, and on today's video, little Civic here is going to get a repair on the electrical wiring that is a freaking mess in here. So let's get started. So the Civic here, being a 30-year-old car, secondhand used, obviously has some electrical issues. One of them being the wiring for the audio system here. I had to pretty much rewire myself. You see this green, and then there's purple down here for the rear driver side speakers, as well as this blue wire and black and other blue for the sub. And all of that stuff had just been kind of just added on because obviously the sub is new, but the speaker wires were kind of just like messed up by the previous owner. For some reason, the speaker was chopped off down here. The wiring was just gone. And I had to pretty much deal with that issue. So I cleaned it up as best as I could now. All of the old wires for the speakers are gone and have been removed, and I kind of repaired the wiring that goes all the way through here, fixed it up a little bit, taped it all up, and the speaker wire issue down there has been solved. However, when it comes to up here, what I did is I kind of just spliced them together right here. See, I spliced the speaker cables down here with the OEM cables, which were still attached. So now this blue clip here is where we'll find the speakers wires, right? So now I have my aftermarket wires plugged into the OEM ones. Now that was kind of just an extra plus, really. The main issue was with the harness here. Obviously you guys can't see it, it's gone. I removed it. That was the bulk of the problems here, because not only were the speaker wires down there kind of messed up when they had to connect to the radio, I tried to repair them a while back, but because of my double DIN, I had to extend them down here somehow. And that didn't work out so well for two of the wires. I had to kind of just like splice them and reroute them through another part of the dash. And when I took the dash out, I had to chop all that up. So I made it even worse. Now, I removed the harness to repair some of that stuff. And at the same time, I decided, let me go ahead and just revamp the harness, because I want to actually wire in the subwoofer remote start with a parking brake switch, because both of those two things are needed for a double DIN to work properly. I tested continuity between this plug, which is for the parking brake, and it turns out that it's right here. It is located right here. It's this one right in the middle. I mean, right there at the bottom. It is a red with green. Clearly, you guys can see the red and green right there. Red and green, only one. So I should be able to just use a tap right there. And I managed to do that here. I have a green for the parking brake and a blue for the remote start switch, which are wired all the way up here to my double DIN plug here. This is the radio harness, which I took from a 6th gen Civic, because it has two extra ports here right in the middle, white and this red one here. They the color doesn't really matter, honestly. It's just what they do, and they will be my parking brake switch and the remote start switch for the amplifier. Now, I basically just repaired this yesterday, and it was a lot of soldering and clipping and a lot of issues. My fingers are freaking tender from all of these wires. I actually used oxygen-free copper for all of these wirings, because I hear it's better than copper-clad aluminum, and I had to buy some anyway because I'm also in the process of trying to install a sub harness for the power door conversion. So I'll show you guys all of that info later on in the next video. All right, we're done. Sorry, I got churros because I finished. Got rid of my, this isn't really OEM. This is actually a second plug that I got from the junkyard as well, but it's broken. So the only difference is the plug that I installed has an extra wire right here. One extra red wire. And I'm gonna use that to actually tap into my parking brake light, because the aftermarket wire here that I have has the option to do an audio visual display like I play video games. So I need to tap into that, and I'm gonna go ahead and just wire an extra wire through the length of this whole thing. While I am already making the harness for the power doors, I might as well just add an extra wire for that. So, all right, and all I did is I basically just soldered that red cable here to the green one, which you guys can see there. It's already wrapped all the way around my dashboard harness, and it's not plugged into anything. It's kind of just hanging loose. I also picked up an extra harness with from an automatic, and I don't really need to use it really, but you guys can see look at all that extra wiring mess. Don't need that no more. As well as all of these extra wires here that I picked up from the junkyard. And I also picked up an extra wiper from a hatchback. So maybe this might solve my intermittent function. At the very least, I can hope. So obviously I have a bunch of wires, so I have an extra one here that I use to tap into this aftermarket plug. You guys can see which one it is. It's that fat one in the middle. See, it doesn't stick out as much. But I have tested the continuity and it does work. Parking brake right there. Close this circuit and that should work. Obviously this is the broken one here. You guys can see it does not have two wires that I have here, right? These two ports are empty, whereas this one here has them. And one of them is OEM, this red one, it was OEM, but I added this white one here. So needless to say though, this OEM cluster harness is good to go. Last thing that I'll have to wire is this jumper harness, right? This is the adapter harness that goes into the OEM plug, and the other end goes into most aftermarket you know, stereos, because this is the plug that most of them have, this black one here. Pretty straightforward. Right here. The only thing left to do is to solder this green plug here to my remote start switch. Right here. I already did this other green plug with my parking brake light, just because I had, these are the only colors I have. I don't have a blue one, so I had to use this lighter green. I will take care of doing this later on. I managed to do a whole lot of other work as well. It seems kind of short now that I'm kind of wrapping it up, but I spent a lot of hours yesterday fixing all of these electrical issues. I replaced that black cover there that goes where the, you know, the rear harness goes in. I fixed that up. What else? Oh, obviously I fixed the harness that I'm going to be using for the power doors, right? It's right there. You see it? All those yellow cables. More on that later, but everything is wired in. I just have to install, or I have to solder in the ends for the door harnesses, because that end is not connected to the harness, and neither is this end to that door harness there. So I have to wire all of that stuff. So I'm in the process of installing the power door wiring, and I've already installed the harness here. It's just gonna chill here until I figure out the whole wiring situation going on. But I basically took this wire from a Civic at the junkyard months back, and I just had it in preparations for this. And I'm only gonna be installing the door harness ones, and I'll figure out how to wire them together later. I also took another harness that I picked up at the junkyard from I believe it was a two-door coupe that also had automatic doors. I basically took the other half, because it's kind of split into two, and the one that I installed here without removing the fender, right, I managed to put it together, and it splits between the door harness here, and then this piece here is all the interior part. And I've already installed it here, so the only thing left to do is to go through all these wires here. Let me show you. That pretty much brings us to today. I'm pretty much done. Anything that I have to do now can pretty much just be done off camera, really. But all of this stuff had to be taken care of, because before I get to install the AC components, I actually have to install the carpet as well. I don't want to cut this carpet up, because it is probably the best condition one that I've ever seen, and I don't want to have to cut it unless I have to, right? So the best way to install it is actually to lift up those pillars there and just slide it over there, because the SRS unit will get in the way otherwise. So I don't want to have to cut it up, and I'm going to install the carpet along with the AC system and the dash, and it'll look a little bit cleaner, obviously, because it'll have most of the components back in there that make this a car. Obviously, with no carpet, it looks like a race car, but it's not. This is not. This is the daily, although not so much now. Now, I had wanted to replace this heat shield, right? This black one, but unfortunately my laziness just took over, really. It's a real bummer too, because it's just chopped off over there, but I'd have to go to a junkyard and just rip apart the whole front of the car just to get that off. I think I need to remove the steering column and all that stuff under there, and I don't want it that bad, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and just call it here, right? I think the next step is going to be to install the AC components and the dashboard and the carpet, and hopefully by then my electrical problems will have been solved. Really, I don't want to have to deal with fixing this problem with the dash in place. So yeah, that's it, guys. Today's video was really short. It's just electrical stuff, really, and hopefully I don't ever have to deal with any more electrical problems for the rest of the time that this Civic is on the road. So, you know, until next time, guys, take care and good speed.